Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, so I just had water still in my throat. Let's lock it in. Wow, 10 toes down, man. I literally got my toes there. This is my 10th video. Jesus Christ, on filmmaking. I'm actually quite proud of myself because I've literally had this written down on my vision board and in my sort of like journal for ages. Yeah, I'm going to make loads of videos and then I literally don't. Sorry, I've just spotted some rice. So I just had a little lunch break. Rice on the floor. Sorry. Put that away. So yeah. Wow. And today is about creating the perfect pitch deck. And I'm going to make this video a bit longer by putting pieces of my no shade pitch deck in the video, or maybe I'll go to a full screen so you can see what's there. But basically, as a filmmaker, you need to have a pitch deck. Whether your film's going to be an independent film or whether you're going to raise millions, make it a studio film, you need to have a pitch deck sharing loads of elements. Who the cast is, your director's statement, especially if you're a new filmmaker. Who are you? Where have you come from? You're not going to have an illustrious CV to shout about or just be a name that people know. So just tell the truth. You know, for me it was, you know, I was a dermatologist, multi-award winning. I was honoured by the Queen, and this story came about because of all the women that I interviewed at my clinic, and I was compelled to tell this story. I'm a classically trained actress. I studied film and TV at Brunel University. That was my BA. So just tell the truth about who you are and how you've come to tell this story. You know your story. Then talk about who your ideal cast is. So maybe have a dream squad of, you know, Idris Elba or Tandy Newton or whoever you want to have in your film. And then maybe next to it have the real cast of who you've actually been able to cast. Talk about your release strategy. So is it a film just for festivals? Do you think that it could get distribution? If so, where? Where would your dream, you know, is it a Netflix film? Is it a theatrical release? Is it an educational film? Not all films go the traditional route of distribution. There's so many different ways to get distribution. Is it a documentary or a factual film? Does it deserve to be, you know, on CBS or the Discovery Channel? So really think about your content, because there are several avenues for it to get seen for its intended audience. This is why when I said in a few videos earlier that you need to know your audience. This film is not, I want to make millions of dollars. Of course we all do, and you will, and we will. But to get there, you need to know who is my intended target audience so that they can find you and you can find them, and then you can have that marriage of them enjoying your content and paying you for it. And you need to think about your press strategy. So remember in my video where I speak about how I saved £270,000 making No Shade, and majority of that was on press and PR, because who do you know in your networks? Do you know a friend who's a journalist? Do you know how to write press releases yourself? Do you know yourself so that you can sell your story, package it in a way that's really exciting? Is there something quirky or unusual about you that we didn't know or that you've not shared with the world yet? Are you super talented? Are you an overachiever? Have you suffered with depression for a majority of your life and filmmaking has been your way out? Tell us who you are, celebrate that, and if you can't articulate it, you are going to need to hire an agent, a publicist to do that for you and the movie. But if you are well versed at talking to people and you are confident at approaching journalists, then you can do it yourself and save yourself a couple thousand every month for doing so. You could talk about the global audience reach. So for me it was black women predominantly in the US, in the UK, in places like Australia where there's that racial tension, in South America where there's that racial tension as well. And we took the film to Brazil, and I was met with so many black girls who were like, this is my story, I am Jade. And I thought, wow, like I've done it, I've reached my audience and they feel it, you know. What else is there in the pitch deck? And then obviously how you can be contacted. So the pitch deck is a document maybe 10, 20 pages long, that you will send to producers who you might want to get on board, the agents of actors so that they have a sort of vision of where the production's going, your crew so they understand the vision of the project and how it's all going to come about. Don't really need to send it to actors. Actors just need your script, and the treatment potentially if they want to know more about their character, so that they can character develop. But a pitch deck is a really important document, much like the treatment, which helps you to stay on track and to not get sidetracked, but also to know where there are other opportunities for growth that you may not have first intended. And it's a working document. So I know I sent my document, had about 20 rewrites done of my pitch deck, because every time we got more press coverage, I added it into the pitch deck, like as a snippet or a cutout, and I'll show you that page right now. And then there was times where the distribution strategy changed. So I had hoped it would get onto Netflix. We approached Netflix. They said, no, thank you. It then went on to Amazon Prime once we got US distribution. And understanding what makes Netflix say yes or no. I think now I can honestly say that my film probably never got onto Netflix. Not because the casts were unknown, but really because of the way it was shot. In the sense of, it was shot beautifully, but the establishing shots that we just didn't have in between every single scene. I think it was too issue based and not really narrative driven for Netflix to really think, yeah, this is a film that could sit head and shoulders next to some of their other romantic dramas. So, you know, and that's okay. I'm not bothered at all, because with Amazon, they tell you how many people have watched your film. Some people's films are sitting on Netflix, but are they reaching the intended target or audience? We don't know. So there's peaks and troughs to everything. You know, never be discouraged. Know that your content and your production will go the way it was meant to go, because nothing in life is by mistake. Everything is by design. The failures, the stresses, the successes, the ups and the downs, it was all meant to go this way, because every moment is teaching you something. So yeah, that's my tuppence on how to design a pitch deck, what its intended use and purposes are for, and the fact that it is a working document that you can change at any time. If you like what I've said today, please leave a comment below, like this video, share it, talk to me. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Peace.